Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Bengt. Welcome back to another video. In this one, talking about the best way to become successful in life. Now, these are some things that I honestly wish that I had known and started taking action on earlier. And again, this is just from my perspective, but for the men out there that are watching this, specifically the younger ones that maybe are just looking for some advice or some, tips from someone that's maybe a little bit older than them, that's, out of college, that's, in the real world, so to speak, and has also been running businesses on their own for the past several years, and kind of just doing it like that. And, I guess taking the harder path, paths less traveled, and some things that I've learned along the way that have been really impactful for my life and that I wish, quite frankly, that I knew earlier. And that I truthfully believe is like very good advice, no matter who you are, no matter what you want to do, no matter what your goals or your dreams are, to be able to achieve them. It's going to require specific skill sets. Now, for those of you that are, maybe lost or kind of at the beginning and you don't really know what to do, you don't really know where you want to go, that's totally fine. This still applies to you too. And even for those of you that do have a career or that do have a path that you're already on and you might not think some of this stuff is relevant, I still implore you to check these things out because it will only make you sharper. It'll only make you better at what you're already doing. And quite literally, since I've started developing these kind of skills or traits, I see them everywhere in life. And the fact that they impact so many things beyond even just what we see, I think it's really important to know. So the two things that I want to talk about in this video is marketing and sales. And both of those things could both kind of be wrapped up under the umbrella of like psychology or like behavioral psychology and understanding how people think, what makes them do the things that they do. But also when it comes to sales and persuasion and marketing, a lot of it has to do with understanding how people think, how people make decisions, how people view certain things, how people's perceptions are based and how they can be altered in your favor. And some of this stuff, like I think for the average person, when they think of learn how to do sales or marketing, they think of the annoying telemarketer that's on the phone, like high pressure closing them and just like, kind of being a bossy, kind of arrogant, manipulative, trying to take your money, give me your credit card number type of guy. And, on the extreme side of the spectrum, yeah, sure, you can have that. But at the end of the day, knowing how to close sales, knowing how to sell things, and I'm not just talking about physical or digital goods here in exchange for money. I'm talking about yourself, because the reality is we're selling ourselves every single day. Whether you go and apply for a job and you have an interview or, in the dating marketplace, it's called the dating marketplace because it is a marketplace. Things are exchanged, goods are bought, sold, and people are interacting with one another, and it's called a marketplace for a reason. That's because things are being sold, right? We're selling ourselves, and you want to put your best foot forward. You want to know how to represent yourself. You want to get optimal results, right? So learning how to market yourself and learning how to sell specifically yourself as a person, or also, goods and services. If you can learn those two things, for one, you'll be able to carry yourself with more confidence than like 99% of people, because you'll be able to understand what makes people tick and what people are thinking and how you can best present yourself and give yourself, the best chances of getting the outcome that you want 99% of the time. And also it'll really help you because you'll never like not have the ability to go make money. I'm not saying you'll never be broke again, because you have to take action. You have to apply this stuff in some avenue. But if you generally know how to market and you know how to sell, you can use those two things to help make other people money as well. And therefore, if you can help make other people money indirectly, you will always be able to make money yourself. And I think those two things are very, very valuable. And I wish that I had started learning more about them earlier on, like specifically in high school. If I had started learning sales and marketing in high school, I'd be way farther ahead than I am in life right now. The current occupation or like the current business that I have right now, I mean, 99% of it is sales and marketing. So I obviously do sales and marketing for my own business, and then I do sales and marketing for the businesses that I work with as clients. So it's like I'm learning how to, basically take something, a product, a service, whether it be myself and what I'm doing, or for my clients, what they do, put it in front of people, and get them to take the action that we want, which is to book a call or schedule an estimate or hire them for a service or something like that, right? And the process that I've learned and the things that I've kind of picked up along the way with doing that is like, there are so many times where my intentions were good and the person that was on the other end, like the potential prospect, right? Like the person that I was trying to close, the sale that I was trying to close, they were right on the fence. And realistically, we were a very good fit to work together. We were in budget. Everything was like, it should have gone through, should have been a done deal, right? But just, there are so many times, especially with sales and with marketing too. Like I've always felt like, I was a chronically misunderstood person. Like I feel like I have genuinely good intentions. I feel like I have charisma and have a lot to talk about, a lot to say. I feel like I can be very interesting if you like open the door to having conversations about things that I'm interested in or know a lot about. But I always felt like the things that I would do or say just like came across a little wrong. And some people would see it the right way, and some people would be like turned off by that or would like get the wrong message, right? And over time, dealing with that, both in my personal life, dating, and with business and all of these things, I realized that there was like small little tweaks in language or just like how I was presenting myself, that those tiny little tweaks were like all that really made the difference between the person on the other end receiving the message that I was trying to relay properly and with the intention and understanding exactly where I was coming from, versus them misunderstanding, not receiving the message properly, them not having the response that I expected or really wanted from them to have. And it's just, the attention is in the details, man. And it's those tiny little things where like using particular words or framing something in a specific way, it makes all of the difference in how you're perceived. And a lot of you guys have probably heard this saying, the true value of anything is what someone is willing to pay for it. And that goes, you can apply that to anything. Like in business, if you're trying to sell a product, the highest value that you'll be able to sell that thing for is the most that someone will realistically be able to pay for it. In dating, right? If you're a man and you lack confidence, your ability to go out and attract women that are of, on your personal opinion, a scale of 1 to whatever, you will only attract the things into your life that you deem that you are valuable of, that you are worthy of, that you are at the level of. And we're kind of deviating. I'm going on a small tangent, but I think it's worthwhile here, where a lot of sales and marketing and all of these things, it comes down to self-confidence at the end of the day. You need to be completely bought into the thing that you are trying to sell somebody. Otherwise, they are not going to be interested, right? If I'm selling a product or service, I need to believe that I'm 100% a great fit and the best possible solution to the person that I'm trying to sell to's problem. If I'm trying to date somebody, obviously I want to be confident in myself and confident in the man that I am, because if I'm not confident in myself, how is this person going to be confident in me? How is this person going to put their trust in me? How is this person going to let me lead a relationship or lead, a couple or our, lives in a certain direction, or, just take on certain responsibilities that a man should, right? So self-confidence in all these things is key. And to just quickly relay that and close the circle here, you will only ever attract the opportunities, the people, the money, the lifestyle that you truthfully believe that you are worthy of. And in order to believe that you are worthy of something, you have to like deep down internally, like really accept and be okay with that. I am going to make another video probably right after this talking about life lag and when life feels like it's moving slow. And I think that that's something that can be overcome very quickly by, taking massive action on the things that you're not supposed to be doing. And I will make another video on that. It'll be probably at the end screen of this one, or you can go find it on the channel. It's the next upload after this one. But to close things out, to be successful in life, learning marketing and learning sales are going to help you no matter what. And I promise you, again, regardless of if you pursue careers in marketing or in sales, both of them will help you in other aspects of your life as well, because all of it is about presentation and perception. Getting people to be able to see your message clearly. This is going to help you in literally any aspect of life, because you can call it selfish and you can call it self-centered and you can argue that it's manipulative and all these things, but it's bullshit. And the at the end of the day, the reality of things are, when two people are interacting, someone is getting their way and the other person is maybe getting a little bit less, right? And that doesn't always have to be the case, but generally speaking, like, you as an individual, you are being marketed to, you are being sold to on a daily basis. Everywhere you look, anything that you do has been marketed to you and sold to you. The clothes that you're wearing, the car that you're driving, the food that you get at the grocery store, the phone that you have, the content that you consume on that phone, all the things in your life have been marketed to you and sold to you. You're bought into them, right? So these things have persuaded you to let them into your lives or for you to buy them or whatever. And so I also think that it's really important to learn marketing and learn sales, because those two skills can absolutely 100% be used for offense and for defense. At the end of the day, knowing how those two things work, knowing the strategies behind them, knowing the psychology behind them, you can use it to your advantage, absolutely, but you can also use it as a defense mechanism. So you can start to pick out and understand and view the things that are happening around you in the world through the lens of marketing and sales, and you can follow the money, right? You'll know what specific things are being used, what tactics, what psychological triggers somebody or something or some piece of content is using on you in order to try to make you, make an impulse purchase through scarcity or through selling you a dream or through, tapping into some primal desire of yours. There's so many different things that are valuable once you understand and once you spend some time. Bro, read a couple books, watch a couple videos, give it a year or two, and just really bake into your knowledge the different ways that we are sold to, advertised to, and marketed to. If you can understand those things, it will give you a lens to view the world through that will completely change your perception of everything, because everything is a business. Everything is about money. Everything that's happening around you, follow the money. And I think that on a spiritual level, when you understand marketing, sales, and specifically the psychology behind that, and you can start to look around you at the things that are happening and, view the world through this lens of how people are marketing and selling themselves. At the end of the day, if you want to understand the truer intentions of certain things, whether it be a person, whether it be a business, whether it be, the government or politicians or world leaders or groups, organizations, all these things, all you have to do is follow the money. Because at the end of the day, 90% of the time, that's what it's about. And if you can understand the ways that these people are using sales and marketing tactics to, at times, manipulate you or steer people in a certain direction, you can start to reverse engineer what they're doing and figure out what their actual intentions are. And that is an invaluable skill that has led me to making a lot of better life choices and also having a clearer perception when it comes to certain things. Because if you are aware of how you can be manipulated through marketing, through sales tactics, through these things, then you can allow yourself to kind of become a little more resilient to them, specifically when it comes to controlling your emotions. Now, as a man, controlling your emotions is a very valuable skill to have. It's essential if you want to be successful as well. You need to be able to think and act on rational and logical thinking versus emotional thinking. And a lot of times with sales and marketing psychology, a lot of it is tapping into people's emotional sides. Now, you can do logical and rational selling as well. Like for me, that's most of the time what I do, where I'm talking to business owners about how we can make them more money. And I'm like, look, if there's a machine where you can put $1 in and get $2 out, that makes sense, right? If I have this period of time and we can generate these results guaranteed within this period of time, like rationally, it is the right choice to make for your business, right? Stuff like that. It's a very surface level, basic example, but you get what I'm trying to say. You can sell rationally and logically and get people to make sense where it's like, it does not make sense for you to not do this deal and give me this money or whatever it is, right? but you can also sell emotionally and tap into people's, psychological triggers or weaknesses, or, sell them on their pain of certain things, right? So once you understand all of this stuff and you understand how it's being done to you, and if you're watching a video and all of a sudden you get this spike of emotion, this feeling of like this urgent impulse, you can calm yourself and be like, I see how this person just drew this thing out of me. And that is a valuable skill to have. All right. Because not only does it give you a shield, but it gives you a sword as well. You can go into the world and be able to get what you want and accomplish what you want, but you also become a little more resilient to being pulled away by certain people or certain things, and just kind of being, I guess, like an easy target for marketers and stuff like that. Because it's very easy for people to get emotionally invested in certain things and just like make bad decisions based off of that. So if you can learn to sell yourself, you can learn to market yourself, if you can learn to build emotional resilience and identify your triggers and stuff like that, it'll just make you a better person. It'll help you become successful. I absolutely promise you. Now, again, just to drive the point home a little more, how I was talking about sales and marketing are extremely important, because no matter what career you go into, those two things are essential, especially if you have aspirations to own a business someday. Now, I work with business owners and I talk to them every single day. And a lot of them, I just dropped my mic. A lot of them are, home service businesses, stuff like that, blue collar industries, things like that. These guys are very, very skilled laborers. They know a lot about their craft. They are craftsmen. And they're very masterful at what they do with their hands and the way that they, deliver their services and the care that they take in their work. However, a lot of them are absolutely dog shit business owners, and they're even worse salesmen and marketers. So obviously that's a solution that I offer, that I solve that problem for them, or at least help them as much as I can. And I do a lot of stuff where I educate them and teach them this kind of stuff too. But at the end of the day, there's nothing that'll hold a business back than not being able to sell it and not being able to market it. And a lot of these guys, like I said, they have an exceptional service. They have an exceptional product. What they deliver, the end result that they provide the customers, is worthy of being sold and marketed because they do a good job. And the biggest bottleneck that a lot of them experience when it comes to growing and scaling these companies is not being able to mass market them, not being able to get more customers, not being able to drive more revenue for their business. So regardless of what it is that you want to do, no matter what your business is, at some point, growth is going to require sales and marketing. Now, if you know a little bit about it, obviously it's going to help you in the beginning get started and get the ball rolling. But also at some point, you're going to maybe have to hire someone like myself to help you with these things, or you're going to have to get some sort of team, or, educate yourself a little further so you can do it yourself. But at the end of the day, you're going to want to know something about these things in order to make better decisions about hiring or learning, or decisions that you can make for your business. And I truthfully think that these two things are some of the biggest bottlenecks, especially for the businesses that have a solid product or service, and they're limited by their capacity to get more people in the door. So at the end of the day, if you want to be successful in life, learn sales, learn marketing. It'll make you a way better, more well-rounded person. It'll give you a mental and psychological edge that'll not only help with your self-awareness and when other people are using these things on you, but you can also use it to propel your personal life, propel your business life forward as well. And just really, I don't want to say bend the world to your will, because I don't think anybody can truthfully do that, but you want to have an edge. You want to have an advantage. And the people that are at the top, the people that run businesses, the people that really get this stuff are using it every single day. And they know what they're doing, and you need to be able to hang in that arena. You need to be able to play the ball game, right? So don't be uneducated around these things. And no matter what business, no matter what career, no matter what you want to do in life, sales and marketing will help you. I'll have some books and stuff recommended down below in the description. Also, you can check out my website, and there'll be a couple links to like recommended resources that I have if you want to learn these things there. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you stuck around to the end of the video this long, you're a real one. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Till the next one, guys. Stay strong, stay blessed, stay dangerous. I'll catch you. Peace.